Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mixed Rhythm. I'm your host, Landon, as always, and I'm very excited about today's special episode. Why is it special, you ask? Because I'm interviewing someone I know very well. In fact, we play in a band together. As most or some or none of you may know, I play in a band called Gardner. And my great friend Justyn Hill is our drummer. And he also does his own music, and it's really good, and it's really outside the box and outside the scope of what Gardner usually does. He goes under the name Echo Canyon. It's shifted in format. Sometimes it's a live band, sometimes it's a couple people playing on a record. But this month, he's releasing 4 EPs. As of the recording of this episode, he's released 3. When we recorded our interview, he released 2, so over a week ago. And the final one is coming out this weekend, so be on the look for it on Bandcamp. But I'm very excited to talk to Justyn, and I'm excited for you all to hear our conversation. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about recording 4 EPs in the span of a month, which is exactly what he's doing. He's writing the EPs as he's recording them too, so every week, the ideas change. Nothing's set for the week after that. We talk about his early bands, including Beach Walk and Floodgate, growing up in Sydney, Nova Scotia, on the sort of tip of Cape Breton, and what the music scene was like when he was growing up. We also talk about musical soulmates and making records with high school friends. We talk about moving to Halifax and releasing 2 records in a month. Well, that's nothing, because now he's doing 4 EPs in a month. Some of the songs on these EPs are arranged for a 10-piece guitar ensemble, and I wanted to know a little bit more about that, so we chat about it. We also talk about the influence that Mac Demarco had on Justyn's music and on his ethos and approach to playing guitar. So I really hope you enjoy this episode. I'm really glad to be doing these more frequently again. And without further ado, I'm going to throw it over to a track from Echo Canyon, a snippet of a track, because if I threw a whole track over, it'd be like 7 minutes. And then my chat with Justyn Hill of Echo Canyon.
Justyn,
take them off.
how are you today?
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I
mean,
every day.
That's true. So for those uninitiated, Justyn and I are in a band together. We play in Gardner. Mm-hmm. And I've known of you for sure since 2019, because I saw one of your bands play in Sydney at I think it was at a Battle of the Bands, I want to say.
Probably one of my first bands.
Yeah, it was maybe Floodgate. It was either Floodgate or Beach Walk, but I want to say it was Beach Walk. What do you remember about Beach Walk?
Beach Walk is actually still a dope band.
Yeah, do they still play?
What?
Does Beach Walk still exist? Just sans Justyn?
No.
I didn't think so, but you still think they're dope.
Yeah. I still think the music is dope because it was mainly just songs that Darren, who I still play with Darren today. Like Darren's still like the number one homie, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was just songs that him and our friend Daniel were writing together. Different Daniel from Echo Canyon.
Jamba.
Daniel, yeah, old Daniel.
Old Daniel.
Good old Dan. And yeah, those two were just writing like really great songs together. Even now, I still really like those songs. So it was just that, and then songs that I like 16-year-old me was writing, which I mean, some of them are cool, some of them are whatever. But
yeah. What kind of genre was it? Like, what kind of music were you making? Was it like pretty heavy and fast, or was it?
No, we were more like kind of Midwest emo kind of deal. Kind of like we did a lot of like Radiohead covers and stuff too. I think
That's pretty baller. It's my favorite Midwest emo band.
yeah, no, we did a Modest Mouse cover. And,
What one?
we did Dramamine.
Nice. It's a great
It's
tune.
a good one, yeah.
So did you just play guitar in that band, or did you sing?
Oh no, I sang too. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the band I started singing in just because I was writing songs, and it's the same as now. It's like I'm writing songs and there's no one else to sing them.
Yeah, might as well,
So
right?
I got to be the one to sing them because like I didn't want to ask someone else to sing my songs that I
Sure.
wrote, like my lyrics and stuff. Like I thought that felt like a dick move.
Sure.
So it was like if I'm writing lyrics, I'm gonna have to be the one to sing them.
Do any of those Beach Walk songs like still exist, or did you kind of leave them at that time? Because you hear a lot of bands like, "Oh, this song, was from my first band ever, and it got repurposed." Like, are there any of those, or are they just kind of left where they
I
were?
feel like because the transition into Echo Canyon was actually out of Beach Walk technically, so I feel like some of the later songs that I wrote in Beach Walk were just like I was writing for the wrong band. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like the songs I was writing because I got into different stuff. Like Black Midi's Schlagenheim came out, and it just everything is like everything changed about how you're looking at like writing songs or whatever. Like that was the record for us that really did that. So I was writing songs more like that, and that doesn't fit a Midwest emo band. And then COVID happened, and by the time I was like playing again or recording or writing or whatever, I was just writing like with no real band in mind.
Sure.
And then that just became Echo Canyon.
So, I mean, so you grew up in Sydney. Did you live there your whole life?
Yeah.
What was the music scene like when you were growing up in Sydney? Because I know from an outside perspective, like Sydney seems like it has this rich musical history, but from everyone I've talked to kind of my age or near, like it seems like it kind of had a big lull in like the late 2000s into the 2010s. What was your experience like with that? Did you go to a lot of shows?
I wasn't really going to shows until I was like playing.
Sure.
But I would have been maybe like 15 or whatever. And I don't know. I feel like I don't know much about like the history, to be honest. Like I know what I was there for.
Sure.
And there's a lot of great bands that were around like when we were playing, and bands I still like today that we played with when we were like 15, 16.
Ten Slip?
You know what I mean? Ten Slip, yeah. Shout out to Ten Slip. Like those guys are amazing. They're still going and they're still amazing.
Yeah. So when did you start playing music? Like you started playing quite young, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was playing guitar like for as long as I can remember. Like I don't remember a time in my life where I wasn't playing guitar.
Do you remember your first guitar?
Yeah, I had an acoustic with a big flame on it. It's actually really cool. I wish I still had it. It might be kicking around somewhere, but...
What kind of stuff were you into, like, when you were kind of, turning into your early teens, like preteen, really getting into music? Like, what kind of stuff were you into at the time?
I feel like I wasn't playing guitar for a long time when I first, like, hit that.
Yeah?
I was listening to a lot of, like, rap music. Nice. I got into, like, really into hip-hop for a minute there, and I mean... It was like I found Mac Demarco in, like, 7th grade.
That would have been, like, 20...
I don't fucking know.
Like... How old are you? You're...
22.
22. 7th grade, you'd be, like, 13.
Something like that,
so, it's, 9 years ago. It's 2025. Like, it's like 2014-ish,
Yeah, I don't know. I was like 13, 14.
Sure. Salad Days was out at that time, right?
Yeah, Salad Days and 2. I just remember hearing those songs, and it kind of blew my mind because it was like guitar music that wasn't like rock music. It wasn't like rock and roll. I guess I wasn't really like aware of that at the time. Like when I was growing up playing guitar, it was just like Metallica and Van Halen or whatever.
Right.
That's what I was into. But then like to hear music like that, where it's like I said, it's not like rock music. It's not like rock and roll.
Right.
But it was guitar music. And I was like, whoa. Like you can just do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's when I got back into playing again, like big time.
Did you get a Strat around that time? Or did you have that
I already had a Strat for a while. I got a Strat when I was, I don't know what birthday it was. I would have been super young, but it was all my birthday money.
Nice.
I bought this Sunburst Squire Strat, I think probably like $250 or something like that.
Nice.
And I still have it.
Yeah.
I still use it. It's probably in some like weird alternate tuning right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you start writing for Echo Canyon?
During COVID, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess like maybe some of the last Beach Walk songs I wrote. I feel like there's got to be like something that came from Beach Walk for sure. It's probably something big that I'm like not even thinking about right now. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
when I first really started writing, I guess would have been during COVID because I was just like, I had a bunch of gear that I could record with already, and I didn't know how to record or produce or anything really, but I was just doing it.
Right.
All those records are still up, and it's like they sound like shit. Obviously, you know what I mean? Like I didn't know how to do anything, but I was just doing it. Just writing songs, and there was no concept of a band or a group or playing live or anything of the sort. It was just like the songs.
There was like a group of you at that time in Sydney. There were like probably 3 or 4 guys like who were, I mean, there was you and Darren and Harrison, and I'm guessing Jumbo was around, like, you guys were all kind of writing tunes, putting them out on Bandcamp, like pretty prolifically. Like there was a lot of stuff coming out around that time, side projects. Like, what was that time like for you musically? Just getting to play with all your friends at the time and really putting out tons of different music and experimenting a lot.
No, it's great.
Yeah,
it's important. I feel like there's a lot of the bands we were playing with were more kind of like crust punk bands and stuff like that. So playing in a Midwest emo band was like a little strange. So we were kind of just like doing our thing anyways. Like we would experiment or play with whatever group of people or whatever. It didn't really matter because there was already kind of like this expectation that we're going to like not really fit on this bill or whatever.
Sure.
So yeah, I feel like we were really open to just sitting around and like just messing around with pedals or whatever. That was really like influential, I guess, on my writing or
and so
how I think as a musician, maybe.
Sure. When you're playing that stuff at the time and kind of writing those Echo Canyon tunes, was Darren around at the time? Because from my understanding, Darren is very much like kind of like a musical soulmate in your life. Does that make sense? I mean, it feels like you guys always have made music together and done things together. Yeah. And has he been in Echo Canyon like since the jump?
Like, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there was stuff that came out. There's stuff that I released before Darren was like a part of it, but it's kind of just like little ambient like guitar stuff. And it was just stuff I was putting out, and I just happened to like really like this name. So I just like stuck with this name, even though like when I was writing songs that were more for like a full band or whatever, it was kind of a different vibe. But
yeah.
So I mean, Darren's been around for any like important developments in any stage of the band. Right. You know what I mean? Through any period of the band, like Darren's been around.
So you're doing Echo Canyon, you're living in Sydney, it's COVID.
Well, I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
well, no, I was doing it.
Yeah, you're writing these songs, putting them out on Bandcamp.
No, sorry.
It's COVID time. You decide to move to Halifax, which is a big jump from Sydney, especially considering Sydney, from my interpretation, like has shows, other than like Halifax, Dartmouth, maybe Truro, like it's probably the most, and New Glasgow, I think. It's probably the most show-heavy area of Nova Scotia. Definitely in Cape Breton. There's tons of shows happening, but not nearly as much as Halifax. Halifax, there's shows like every night, several shows a night at different venues, all around the city, all around Dartmouth. What was kind of your decision like to move up here? Why did you want to move up here?
Well, I was going to go to school Originally, I was going to go to NSCC for audio engineering. And then I think we just didn't really have like a place to live in time where I was going to like pay the fee or whatever, because I wasn't sure. But then we ended up finding the place that we're in now. And
wow, you've lived in the same place for that
it's been a couple of years. You know?
No way.
Yeah, since we've been here. And I don't know, I just had to like come here. You know what I mean? I just had to do it. Like, it's just what made sense in like every sense of the word. Like, to me, it's just what had to be done. So,
what kind of things were drawing you to the city?
Just the band. I feel like there's just obviously there was like so much more going on up here. And it's like, this is what I wanted to be like a part of. Like, this is what I want to do or whatever, you know what I mean? So It's like, everyone that I know is like moving to this big city where everything's going on. And it's like, I can stay in Sydney by myself, or I can just move up there.
Right.
It's like, it didn't really feel like a choice. It kind of just felt like what it was, you know?
Yeah. And so did you and Darren decide that together? Or was it more like, I'm moving up. I'm going to move up too. We should get a place.
No, I think it was kind of just like, maybe it was separate. I feel like everyone separately was trying to move, and we all kind of like, we were all aware of like what was going on, and they're all getting like apartments together or whatever. But
yeah. And so last year you put out 2 Echo Canyon records, 2 full-length records, but they're quite different in sound and in intention, right?
Yeah, we put out, I guess, 2 EPs. I consider them all EPs, but I think some of them are pretty long.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the metric is for an EP, because I know there are 7 songs. I like 7 songs for a
like
project.
under 30 minutes, I think, maybe.
I think they're probably both well over half an hour. But yeah, I don't.
They are.
To me, they're EPs.
So why did you drop them both at the same time?
Well, when I dropped the first one, the second one wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
I just did it like really quick. It was just Carter, roommate cover, packed. Amazing person. I love Carter dearly. And he was just writing songs. You write and record a song every day. He was like, it's a good exercise. Just try to do it. Just see what happens. And I was like, cool, you know what I mean? So I tried it, and I was just getting things that's like, I would never write on my own accord. I would never like think to write something like this, but you have to have it done by the end of the day. So I did that for a week, and then 7 tracks, and I thought they were all cool. They were all their own thing. I was like, cool.
Nice.
Let's do it. Let's just, whatever. I'm just going to put it out. So that's how the second one came out. The first one, actually, I had for quite a while. It was like 90% done for like 2 years.
Right.
It was just sat there on my computer, and I was like, well, I just got to finish it and put it out. And
it came out.
Really get going, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm ready to get going. So we put that record out, and then we put the second one out, and then immediately I just started writing for like the album that was going to come out soon. And
so last year you had like an active live band too. It was 4-piece, right?
It ranged from 4 to 6, I believe. And
so I remember going to the show you played for Nocturne, which is an annual arts festival in Halifax.
That was usually our last show.
Yeah, it's usually, I mean, so for those who don't know, it's usually focused on like art, like more visual art, fine arts, I guess. But they do music stuff as well. And you had a show at Renegade Records.
Shout out to Tom.
Yeah, we were supposed to play that show with you, Gardner.
Right?
And then Gardner. Yeah, the band exploded in a fire. Like 2 months before the show. But I went, and I remember I loved it. And you played 2 different sets. One of them was material that you already had out, right? And or material that already existed, I guess.
Yeah, the second set was stuff that we had already played before. But the whole first set was the record.
The new record.
Like the album,
Yeah.
Like a couple of things have changed. Like, well, I say a couple of things, but like multiple full songs have changed.
Right.
But that record, for the most part, was like written and kind of put together for that show specifically, because we just needed to fill out time.
What was that process like? I mean, it seemed pretty taxing from what I've gathered.
Yeah, well, Tom asked it. He's
the owner of Renegade.
Yeah, owner of Renegade. He's like, can you play for, I think he's like can you play for like 3 hours? And I was like, no. But we will play for as long as we can play for, basically.
Right.
And he was like, cool. So then I just had to like figure it out, you know?
Right.
So I just started writing a bunch of songs, and I was just writing as many songs as I could, and like some would stick and some wouldn't or whatever. And eventually I just kind of like assembled a record out of it, and that's enough for a set of music, you know what I mean? To play a new record, and then, yeah.
So is that the record that is coming out like next month area?
Yeah, that'll be like the debut album.
Nice.
Yeah.
But you've been putting out EPs all
Feels like
July
it's been
so
a
far.
while. Oh,
so for
July,
2 weeks. And once the live iteration of Echo Canyon like stopped being able to play, you kind of spent that whole time like writing songs. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of always what I was doing, though. Even when there was a full like live band, I would still just be writing songs like all the time, and it's like the ones that I felt would like fit the live band the most. It's kind of the ones I would focus on.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's about it. Yeah.
So, I mean, you've been putting out EPs. So have those been written since the record? Like, is that the newest material you have?
Yeah.
It's these EPs. And so you're doing 4 in July, one every weekend.
One every Saturday, yeah.
And the first one came out last week. The second one came out this week. What has that process been like for you, writing those songs, putting them out?
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it kind of really gets me like going every day. You know what I mean? Because it's like I just record every day. I have to write and record every day, and it's like I have songs that I've had for quite a while that I know I could use, I could release, and I'd be happy to like put them out in some capacity. But like, if I can wake up and like write a cooler song than I did yesterday, then I'd rather put the cooler one out, right?
Right.
So I just try to write and record like every day, just get as much as I can done, and then it's like if I finish a song Friday night and I think it's cooler than the other one I was going to put out, then that's the one that'll come out tomorrow. You know what I mean? As long as I have it like in a spot that I'm happy with.
So these songs, like you don't have predetermined like what's going to come out when. Like you're just kind of going with it.
Not really. Yeah.
Wow,
I mean,
I didn't know
there's some like I don't know. There's some tracks on it that I basically just have a big pool of songs, and it's like I know some of them that I want to come out, but I just keep writing, and if I get a cooler one, then you know that one will come out.
I mean, so we've been playing together officially in Gardner since January, and our wonderful bass player Nick is also here.
Yeah, Nick has been here the whole time.
Yeah, very quiet, like a mouse. And I'm sure Nick can back me up on this. I think you're very much you're a guy who does what he says, in the sense that like you said, I'm gonna put like 4 EPs out in July, and you're doing it. You're like, I'm gonna put this record out afterwards. You're doing it. You said you're like, yeah, like I want to, do like a 10-piece like guitar ensemble. Like I want to just like do songs for like 10 guitars, and then you did it, and now it's coming out. Like
coming out, yeah.
You're very much a DIY guy in the sense that when you say you get an idea, you say you're gonna do it, then you do it, and then you put it out. Like it always feels like you're always working, you're always writing. So with this 10-piece guitar ensemble, like how did that come about?
I'm just a really big Robert Fripp fan, I think. He's just like one of my favorite guitarists, and it's just really inspired by the work that he did with the League of Crafty Guitarists, which was just a huge guitar ensemble, and they all played the same guitar.
Right.
And everything sounds exactly the same. That's why, like, on none of those songs, like, I'm not mixing them or anything like that. They're not really EQ'd differently to stand out. Like, they're all panned, but I want everything to sound like this big wall, if that's what it's supposed to be. So I just thought it was a cool idea, and I wanted to have a solid number so I can just say this is for, like, a 10-piece guitar. It's like I didn't want some to be, like, 6 and then some to be, like, oh, I can make like a 50-piece, but I'm not going to write a whole record of 50-piece guitar ensemble songs,
So there's just like, your criteria for these songs is what? Like it's 10 guitar tracks doing different things, or are some of them doing similar things? Just 10 guitar tracks.
It's just 10 guitar tracks.
So if you set it up on a stage with 10 guitarists, they can play the song faithfully.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose, is that like if there was a group of 10 people playing guitars on stage, they would be able to play every note of these songs, hypothetically.
Right.
It would be a real pain in the ass, for sure. Like they're super like polyrhythmic and just weird. Like
probably more of a pain in the ass, like recording 10 guitar tracks yourself.
I mean, it's a lot of fun though, because you're just playing with riffs that like, don't line up right, or like different timings that don't ever really fully lock back in. Right. And just having like hear the metronome and just kind of focus and really try to play wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
It brings me a lot of joy.
So with these EPs, I mean, 2 of them have come out so far, and is it one of those ensemble tracks on each one?
Yeah, so I'm calling those songs the Echo Canyon's Rhythmic Circus. That was like the idea of a separate, if we ever had a 10-piece guitar ensemble band, it would be Echo Canyon's Rhythmic Circus. So I was like, I'll just name all the songs that.
Right.
So there's one of those, and then there's Echo Canyon's Dream State, which I'm doing for ambient stuff.
That's track 2.
Yeah, I don't know. They probably swap like which ones, but
I'm thinking of the newest EP that came out yesterday.
Yeah, it would. Track 2 on that one. Yeah.
So there's 3 songs on each.
Yeah.
So you have a Dream State track, you have a Rhythmic Circus track, and is the other one just
the other one's just Echo Canyon?
Just an Echo Canyon tune.
Just normal Echo Canyon.
Nice
little acoustic country tunes.
Yeah. So why put out an EP each weekend? Like, what's kind of the thought behind that?
Well, I just haven't put much out since like the live band stopped playing.
Right.
So I figured the album, like the debut album, it's close to done. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be coming out.
Yeah.
And that's really big for me. To me, that's what everything's all about. Like the last like 5 years of this band or whatever, it's about the debut album, right? It's the record.
Sans vocals, I've heard the whole thing. Like I haven't heard vocals on anything. I've heard all the instrumentals, and they're incredible. And there's one tune that I love very much. It's the one you showed me in the car. You showed me a bunch of them in the car, but it's the Dinosaur Jr. kind of one that you just...
Solar Plexus.
Yeah, Solar Plexus. I still have that demo on my phone, and I still kind of revisit it like when I'm driving, or when I'm like, oh, I want to hear that again. I mean, your music is generally like quite... I've used this word a bit today, but it's quite obtuse in the sense that it's not 4/4. Like, it kind of takes you on a journey, and you're trying to kind of catch and parse through what's happening, and it's kind of chaotic in that way. What do you like about making that music? It can be so easy. Trust me, it's pretty easy to just write a song in 4/4. Lay it down. It's catchy. It's poppy. It's conventional structure. Yeah. What about like an unconventional structure appeals to you? Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's just what's interesting to me. It's what I enjoy about like writing a song is just kind of like, you know, if I hear this cool rhythm or something, it's like I have to investigate this little rhythm that I'm hearing, and it's like write a song around it or something like that. It's never just like, I feel like it's not often anymore I'll sit down with like an acoustic guitar and like write a song or something. It's kind of just like start recording and see what happens. And it's like, oh, it's like, what if I had a synth part that's in like 11? Or what if I had a guitar playing in 3 and then one playing in like 7? Like, what would that sound like on top of each other? And just do it and then go from there, see if anything comes of it, you know?
And so on these EPs, who plays on them? Is it just you on the EPs?
For the July EP so far, yeah. I mean, that's like subject to change.
Yeah. You know I mean? The other ones that are coming out the next 2 weeks aren't even written.
No, not really.
Which is crazy.
So shout out to Bobby Jollymore.
Yeah, why is that?
Because hopefully Bobby Jollymore is on one of them.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's so interesting.
There's literally no plan for that at all, but I know I'm going to see Bobby around, so hopefully we write a song together and it comes out, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It could be anything.
And so the record is coming. Do you have like a general idea of when you want that out? Like next month, from what I'm gathering?
August...
Yeah, sometime.
I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe like September.
Sure.
It'll come out as soon as it possibly can.
Yeah. Why
I'm not gonna sit on. Well, because I just don't want to sit on it. Like,
why?
I just feel like I don't know. If it's done, just put it out.
More immediate.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I'll announce it. Obviously, it wouldn't like surprise drop or whatever, but there's not gonna be like a 1 month announcement for an Echo Canyon album ever. Like, I don't know. Like, if it's done, like once it's done, I'll probably sit on it for a couple days and listen to it, make sure it's all cool, and then announce it, put it out, and
nice.
Go on to the next thing. You know what I mean? But with this album, there's some extra stuff that comes with this record. So once all of that stuff is
like what?
I can't say. I can't say yet. No, I can't say yet. But we're doing some cool. It's not just like put a record out or put the EP out and then it comes out on Bandcamp and then that's it. It's like we're gonna do some extra like cool stuff for the album because it's the album. And
for the album, I know you're not the only one who plays on that, right? You're not the only one who's had their hands in this pot.
Oh, yeah, no. Darren plays on the record as well.
Yeah.
Darren plays bass and I think possibly, probably some keyboards.
Yeah. And Dan mixed it.
Yeah, and Dan, who played guitar in the live band, is mixing and producing and doing his thing with it. And that's why it's going to sound so good.
Nice. What are you looking forward to most about it when it comes out?
Well, what I like most about it, in a way, I feel like is actually like the mixing, the production.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I think the songs are cool. I like the songs, obviously. I think it's like the best batch of songs that I've written personally.
Right.
But just having them actually sound like good, like like I usually mix and produce all the stuff, and it sounds like cool. But to have someone like Dan who actually like is an audio engineer, is a producer, and like knows what he's doing, knows how to make it sound as good as it can. It's been like game changing, and that's like one of the big things that made it like, oh, this is like the debut album,
right? Because
it sounds like leagues above the EP stuff. You know what I mean? So
nice.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about that.
And so for the record, like, I mean, you're a guy who genuinely, like, people will often say, like, oh, when you're starting a conversation with someone, like, what kind of music do you listen to? And a very common response is, oh, like, I listen to everything. I feel like you kind of do listen to everything. And I mean, you play everything. Like, speaking about the, guy who just does it and makes it happen, like, you were down to playing Gardner when I asked you, which was great. I originally had it in mind that you'd play guitar. We couldn't find a drummer. You said, I'll play drums. You don't have a drum kit. We just play one at the rehearsal space, and you're a great drummer. And we recorded drums, and like they came out really well. Like, so with this, record. I mean, you listen to tons of different stuff, but what kind of stuff is influencing a lot of the sounds you're hearing? People will be hearing on this record. Robert Fripp, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I hear Sonic Youth in some of it. I think it's just probably the dissonance, maybe. I feel like whenever someone hears dissonance in alt rock music, they're like,
Sonic if it's Youth. Like kind of alt rock, it's just like Sonic Youth.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel that though. I mean, Sonic Youth are great.
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly. Like, I know there is a lot of that Robert Fripp, like Steve Reich kind of stuff going on, and like the guitar parts or the synth parts or whatever. But musically, like I don't really know. Like, some of them sound like Dinosaur Jr. and some of them sound like noise rock, or some of them are like kind of proggy and some of them are like more alt rock, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of strange. It's like a strange. I don't know how to ever talk about it.
Right. It's I don't know how to describe like.
It's like proggy post punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels
proggy
weird.
Post-punk,
like
I guess.
Like I've never been able, for most bands you can at least point down like a couple, if I were to pick Nick's band Proud Dads, I'd be like, okay, like emo, math rock, alt rock, like those are some genres I would think of. Yeah. Gardner, I'd go, which is our band, I'd go like alt rock, power pop, a little shoegaze, some jangle pop in the leads, whatever. With Echo Canyon, I'm like noise rock, like prog, I guess, but it doesn't sound like. If I think of prog rock, it's not what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's not like
So I never quite know Genre. Like, is genre an important thing to you, or do you not think about it at all?
No, I don't ever really think about it. Like,
No.
unless it's like, to me, there's like songs, and then there's like ambient music,
Right.
which is like, I love ambient music, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really thinking of like genre. It's like
Right.
I'm thinking of like, sometimes you have like lyrics and instrumentation that builds and does all this stuff, and then sometimes you have like drone music.
Yeah.
And to me, those are two completely like separate things.
Right.
But other than that, I don't know. Obviously, genre like exists or whatever. It's not like something stupid like that. But I don't know. I feel like I'll just take influence from whatever I think is cool.
Yeah.
And when I think of influences on the record, it's like I don't really know. I guess just what I'm listening to like at the time.
Right.
But that's not really like, those influences don't come through in that way, I don't think. Like, I don't think there's a heavy like Sabrina Carpenter or Playboy Cardi, influence on the record.
I don't know.
Like
I've
that.
heard some of those instrumentals, and they sound a little Playboy Cardi.
Get Playboy Cardi to hop on them, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be dope, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like I know the answer to this question, but, I mean, you've got the 2 more EPs coming out this month. They'll be out each Saturday. Is that right, 2? Or is there 3 Saturdays this month?
There's 2. There's only 2 left.
2 left, and then the record to follow.
Then
Then the record follows that. Yeah. And, again, I feel like I know the answer, but what's next after that?
Lord knows, man. Lord knows. I don't even know with this band. Like, whatever's going to come next, whatever happens, like whatever way the wind kind of blows the band, that's where we'll go. And yeah, just try to see what we can do with where we are, what we have or whatever. And keep going, just keep writing tunes, keep recording.
Nice.
That's it, man.
And so, where can people listen to it? Like Bandcamp for sure. Are these EPs
Bandcamp
hitting
is
streaming?
the biggest ones. Yeah, the EPs aren't on streaming right now, but they'll all go up. I'm gonna just throw them all together and just put them out as like one project.
Call it July
for streaming.
The Noah Cyrus song.
I'll call it Songs from July.
Where does that name come from?
No. No, but they're just on Bandcamp now. I say Bandcamp's probably I don't know, to me it's like the best place because I can just throw anything on Bandcamp and it's sick, but it's all on, I know streaming is more like convenient, like it's all on Apple Music and stuff. Like any important stuff is up there, I feel like. Anything that's actually worth listening to is on streaming services, and then if you want to hear like some bullshit, it's like some extra bullshit, go on Bandcamp and there's like a whole catalog of extra nonsense in there.
Nice.
Yeah. Switch
Sweet,
it up.
man. People can find you guys on Instagram.
Instagram, yeah, that's it, yeah.
No Facebook? Not into
Someday,
Blue Sky?
Yeah. No, someday we'll be on Facebook, man. I made a TikTok page for us during COVID, but it never got used. Like, I made the account and then...
It hasn't gotten used yet.
Yeah, no. Well, we're on the come up, though.
Yeah.
On TikTok. It's going to happen for us on there.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just waiting for the right moment.
Yeah. You can't go lower.
We got nothing on there now. But
no. It only goes up from here. Well,
exactly.
God, Justyn, thank you so much for chatting. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. Yeah, there's 2 more Echo Canyon EPs coming this month, so make sure to go check them out on Bandcamp. Check out Echo Canyon on Instagram. If you find Mixed Rhythm, like if you can't find Echo Canyon, find Mixed Rhythm, and we follow them on all that stuff. So, cut, print, paste. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for listening to this week's show. If you want to find Mixed Rhythm on Instagram, you can at Mixed Rhythm. If you want to send us an email, it's miskrhythm, MISC rhythm@gmail.com. You can find us on YouTube, youtube.com/The Mixed Rhythm, and on Facebook, facebook.com/The Mixed Rhythm. You can also check out our website, mixedrhythm.wordpress.com. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you again next time.